All right, so World of Tanks Blitz has just released a video on their Facebook page that the AMX M454 is coming in. Now, these are just my predictions on the tank, comparing to World of Tanks PC, maybe some things we can expect when it comes out to Blitz. So I noticed first thing that it doesn't have, from the picture, the 130 millimeter cannon. If you look at the picture from Facebook or the video, it looks more like the 120 millimeter cannon. And so in the World of Tanks PC version, this is what the 120 millimeter cannon looks like. So you can see the similarities. Now, there very well could be two different cannons to choose from, the 130 millimeter and the 120 millimeter. We see this with the E100 and some other tanks. These are the stats and the options from World of Tanks PC. You can see the differences in the 130 millimeter and the 120 millimeter. So going in and looking at the frontal armor of the tank, it actually does look quite impressive. However, the sides and rear are just paper, so you got to be careful. Now, something we can probably expect is this lower plate is going to be weaker. Now, the stats very well are going to be a little bit different, but these are maybe some things we can expect. The upper hull does actually look fairly strong, which looks nice. And then you have this really big gun mantlet, which is really nice because it protects a lot of the front of the tank. Now, you do have some weak cupola points just from the World of Tanks PC version that you may expect be a weak point. And then from the E5 using its heat rounds, it looks like there may be a weak point just right under that gun mantlet. Now, you may want to be careful with tank destroyers using gold rounds because there is a good chance they could penetrate you. However, when angled, you can see that your upper plate gets a little bit stronger. You do have some weak plates on the side. Now, you do have 8 degrees of gun depression, and when you're hull down on a hill facing down, you look like you could be strong but may have a little weak point. Now, the next part I'm completely comparing to the World of Tanks PC E5 to the AMX. Now, in looking in terms of mobility and speed, it does have a lower engine power to weight ratio, but a little bit of a higher top speed. And then with the penetration with the 130 millimeter, it looks fairly similar with the standard rounds. However, when using the gold rounds, it doesn't have as good of penetration as you can see from comparing the stats, and we may be able to expect. Now, with the 120 millimeter cannon, it looks like it does have better penetration with the standard, but less penetration with the APCR, and doing about 400 average damage, which is the same as the E5. So these are just my predictions on the AMX on what to expect when this tank probably, well, we know it's actually coming out. So hopefully this was an interesting vid, may get us a little prepared on what to expect when this tank comes out. Subscribe for more awesomeness, and you guys stay cool and keep tanking.